What if everything you've ever known, your thoughts, memories, even your sense of self, was part of an elaborate illusion? In this video, we journey into the fascinating and unsettling realm of simulation theory, a concept that suggests our universe might be an intricate digital simulation designed by a far more advanced civilization. This exploration isn't just philosophical. It strikes at the core of how we define reality itself. What does it mean to be conscious if our experiences are rendered by code? Are our decisions truly our own, or are we following a pre-written script in a cosmic program? Simulation theory invites us to question the very nature of existence, blurring the lines between what is real and what is artificially constructed. Throughout this journey, we'll uncover how this theory is gaining momentum, not just in sci-fi, but among physicists, technologists, and philosophers alike. We'll explore the idea that future civilizations could simulate entire worlds, and that we may already be living inside one. This idea echoes age-old philosophical debates, now supercharged with modern science and cutting-edge technology. As we delve deeper, we challenge you to reflect on profound questions. If this is a simulation, who or what is the creator? Does knowing we might live in a simulation change the way we view purpose, destiny, or morality? And if our reality is fabricated, can we ever break free? Join us as we unravel one of the most provocative theories of our time, a journey that just might change how you see the world forever. To understand the historical context and foundational ideas behind simulation theory, we must first acknowledge the pivotal work of philosopher Nick Bostrom, whose influential paper, published in 2003, brought this concept into mainstream discourse. In his essay, Bostrom presents a compelling argument known as the simulation trilemma, which posits that at least one of the following statements must be true. Either civilizations tend to go extinct before reaching a post-human stage. They're not interested in creating simulations of their evolutionary history. Or we are almost certainly living in a simulation ourselves. This trilemma challenges our assumptions about technological advancement and the nature of reality, suggesting that if advanced civilizations exist, they may create numerous simulations, making it statistically likely that we are in one. The implications of Bostrom's ideas extend beyond philosophy to the realms of ethics, technology, and even existential risk, prompting us to reconsider our place in the universe. Interestingly, the notion of reality being an illusion is not a modern invention. Ancient cultures have long speculated about the nature of existence. For instance, in Hindu philosophy, the concept of Maya refers to the illusion of the material world, suggesting that what we perceive is not the ultimate reality. Similarly, the ancient Greeks, particularly through the works of Plato, explored the idea of a world of forms, where the tangible world is merely a shadow of a higher, more perfect reality. These historical perspectives resonate with contemporary discussions about simulation theory, illustrating that the quest to understand the nature of reality is deeply rooted in human thought. By examining these foundational ideas and their evolution, we can better appreciate the significance of simulation theory in our ongoing exploration of existence and consciousness. As we reflect on these concepts, we invite you to consider how they might influence your understanding of reality today. The debate surrounding the likelihood of living in a simulation has garnered attention from various notable individuals, each offering unique perspectives that enrich the discussion. One of the most prominent voices in this conversation is Elon Musk, who has famously asserted that the odds of us living in base reality are exceedingly low. Musk suggests that as technology continues to advance, particularly in the realm of virtual reality and artificial intelligence, it becomes increasingly plausible that we are part of a sophisticated simulation created by a more advanced civilization. He argues that if we can create simulations indistinguishable from reality, it stands to reason that a more advanced civilization could have done so long ago, making it statistically likely that we are living in one of those simulations, rather than the original reality. In contrast, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson offers a more conservative viewpoint, estimating the chances of us living in a simulation at around 50-50. Tyson acknowledges the advancements in technology and the philosophical implications of simulation theory, but emphasizes the need for empirical evidence before drawing definitive conclusions. His perspective highlights the complexity of the issue, suggesting that while the idea is intriguing, we should remain cautious in our acceptance of it as a reality. These differing viewpoints contribute significantly to the ongoing debate about simulation theory, illustrating the spectrum of thought on the subject. Musk's bold assertion invites us to consider the implications of our technological trajectory and the nature of existence, while Tyson's more measured approach encourages critical thinking and skepticism. Together, they exemplify the dynamic discourse surrounding simulation theory, prompting us to explore the philosophical, scientific, and ethical dimensions of our reality. As we engage with these perspectives, we are reminded of the profound questions that simulation theory raises about consciousness, existence, and the very fabric of our universe, urging us to reflect on what it truly means to be alive. To explore the scientific understanding of the universe's origins and its relation to simulation theory, we must first examine the widely accepted Big Bang theory. This theory posits that the universe began approximately 13.8 billion years ago from an extremely hot and dense singularity, which then expanded rapidly, leading to the formation of time and space as we know them. The implications of the Big Bang are profound, as it suggests that both time and space are not eternal, but rather emerged from this singular event. This raises intriguing philosophical questions about what existed before the Big Bang. Was there a state of nothingness, or could there have been another universe or dimension that preceded our own? These questions challenge our understanding of existence and prompt us to consider the nature of reality itself. Connecting these ideas to the notion of a programmed universe, we can speculate whether the conditions leading to the Big Bang were the result of intentional design or random occurrence. If we entertain the possibility that our universe is a simulation, it raises the question of whether the Big Bang was a programmed event, akin to a reset or initialization of a digital environment. In this context, the universe could be viewed as a complex algorithm, with the laws of physics acting as the code that governs its behavior. This perspective aligns with simulation theory, suggesting that the very fabric of our reality might be constructed from underlying principles that could be manipulated or altered by a higher intelligence. As we ponder these connections, we are invited to reflect on the nature of existence and the possibility that our understanding of the universe is merely a layer of a more intricate, programmed reality. Ultimately, the intersection of scientific theories about the universe's origins and the philosophical implications of simulation theory encourages us to question the boundaries of our knowledge and the essence of what it means to exist. The concept of glitches as evidence of a simulated reality has intrigued thinkers and creators alike, particularly in the realm of science fiction. One notable figure who explored these ideas is Philip K. Dick, whose theories on multiple realities suggest that our perception of reality may be far more complex than we realize. Dick often posited that different realities could overlap, leading to experiences that feel out of place or inconsistent with our understanding of the world. This notion aligns with the idea that glitches in our perceived reality could indicate a simulated environment, where the boundaries between different layers of existence become blurred. A contemporary phenomenon that resonates with this concept is the Mandela effect, which refers to the collective misremembering of specific facts or events by a large group of people. Named after Nelson Mandela, whom many mistakenly believed had died in prison during the 1980s, the Mandela effect raises intriguing questions about the nature of collective memory and its reliability. If large groups of individuals can share false memories, it suggests that our understanding of reality may be influenced by external factors, potentially hinting at a programmed or simulated existence. Examples of common false memories illustrate this phenomenon effectively. For instance, many people recall the children's book series featuring a character named Berenstain Bears as Berenstein Bears, leading to widespread confusion and debate about the correct spelling. Another example is the famous line from the movie Star Wars, where many fans insist that Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father," when the actual line is, "No, I am your father." These discrepancies highlight how collective memory can diverge from objective reality, suggesting that our perceptions may be subject to manipulation or error. As we consider these glitches and their implications, we are prompted to reflect on the nature of our reality and whether we might be living in a simulation where such inconsistencies are not merely coincidences, but rather indicators of a deeper, programmed existence. This exploration invites us to question the very fabric of our perceived world and the reliability of our memories within it. Fermi's paradox presents a compelling conundrum in the search for extraterrestrial life, particularly when examined through the lens of simulation theory. The paradox arises from the apparent contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial civilizations, as suggested by the Drake equation, and the lack of evidence for their existence. The Drake equation estimates the number of active, communicative, extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy, taking into account factors such as the rate of star formation, the fraction of stars with planets, and the likelihood of life developing on those planets. Given the vastness of the universe and the billions of potentially habitable planets, one would expect that we should have encountered signs of advanced civilizations by now. However, the absence of evidence raises profound questions about the nature of our reality. If the universe is teeming with intelligent life, why have we not made contact? This leads to speculation about the possibility that we might be living in a simulation designed to limit our awareness of other civilizations. If our reality is a focused simulation, it could be that the creators intentionally restrict our access to knowledge about extraterrestrial life, either to study human behavior in isolation or to protect us from the complexities of a broader cosmic community. This idea connects to the notion that we may be part of an experiment or a controlled environment where the parameters of our existence are carefully curated. The absence of evidence for extraterrestrial life could thus be a deliberate choice by the simulators, allowing them to observe humanity's development without external influences. As we contemplate these implications, we are prompted to consider the nature of existence itself. Are we merely participants in a grand simulation designed to explore the evolution of consciousness in isolation? Or does the lack of contact with other civilizations suggest that we are at a unique stage in our development, one that may eventually lead us to discover our place in a much larger universe? These questions challenge our understanding of reality, and invite us to explore the boundaries of what we perceive as possible. Exploring the mathematical patterns that suggest a programmed universe leads us to fascinating concepts, such as the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio. The Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers, where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones, typically starting with 0 and 1. This sequence manifests in various natural phenomena, from the arrangement of leaves on a stem to the branching of trees and the patterns of seeds in a sunflower. The golden ratio, approximately 1.618, is closely related to the Fibonacci sequence and is often found in the proportions of natural forms, such as the spiral shells of mollusks and the structure of galaxies. These mathematical patterns are not only prevalent in nature, but also in human anatomy. For instance, the proportions of the human body, such as the ratio of the length of the forearm to the hand, often approximate the golden ratio. This recurring theme of mathematical harmony suggests an underlying order to the universe, prompting us to consider whether these patterns are the result of natural laws or indicative of a more profound design. The prevalence of these mathematical patterns raises intriguing questions about the nature of our reality. If the universe exhibits such consistent and beautiful mathematical relationships, could it be that we are living in a simulation where these patterns are intentionally programmed? The idea of a programmed universe posits that the laws of physics and the structures we observe are akin to the code in a computer program, meticulously crafted to create a coherent and aesthetically pleasing reality. These mathematical patterns are not only prevalent in nature, but also in human anatomy. For instance, the proportions of the human body, such as the ratio of the length of the forearm to the hand, often approximate the golden ratio. This recurring theme of mathematical harmony suggests an underlying order to the universe, prompting us to consider whether these patterns are the result of natural laws or indicative of a more profound design. The prevalence of these mathematical patterns raises intriguing questions about the nature of our reality. If the universe exhibits such consistent and beautiful mathematical relationships, could it be that we are living in a simulation where these patterns are intentionally programmed? The idea of a programmed universe posits that the laws of physics and the structures we observe are akin to the code in a computer program, meticulously crafted to create a coherent and aesthetically pleasing reality. The evolution of video game technology serves as a compelling parallel to this potential. Over the past few decades, video games have transformed from simple pixelated graphics to incredibly realistic 3D environments that mimic real-world physics and human behavior. Advances in graphics, processing units, GPUs, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality have enabled developers to create experiences that engage players in ways previously thought impossible. As these technologies continue to advance, the line between virtual and real experiences blurs, raising the question of how far we can push the boundaries of simulation. However, this leads us to ponder the feasibility of simulating an entire universe. While current technology allows for the creation of intricate virtual worlds, the complexity of simulating an entire universe, complete with its vast array of physical laws, interactions, and consciousness, presents significant challenges. Would it be possible to replicate the intricacies of quantum mechanics, the behavior of celestial bodies, and the nuances of human emotions within a simulated framework? As we consider these questions, we are prompted to reflect on the implications of such advancements. If we can create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality, what does that mean for our understanding of existence? Would we be able to recognize the difference between a simulated universe and our own? The exploration of these technological possibilities not only fuels our imagination, but also invites us to contemplate the nature of reality itself and our place within it. Examining how quantum mechanics supports the idea of a simulated reality leads us to intriguing phenomena, particularly the double-slit experiment. This foundational experiment demonstrates that light and matter can display characteristics of both waves and particles, depending on whether they're being observed. When particles, such as electrons, are fired at a barrier with two slits, they create an interference pattern typical of waves when not observed. However, when an observer measures which slit the particle passes through, the interference pattern collapses, and the particles behave like discrete particles instead. This phenomenon suggests that observation plays a crucial role in determining the state of a quantum system, raising profound questions about the nature of reality itself. The implications of the double-slit experiment extend into the realm of retrocausality, a concept suggesting that future events can influence past events. In the context of simulation theory, retrocausality raises the possibility that the act of observation could be a mechanism through which the simulation is rendered or updated. If our reality is indeed a simulation, the observer's role might be integral to the functioning of that simulation, akin to a player interacting with a video game. This connection between observation and reality challenges our traditional understanding of causality and time, suggesting that the universe may operate under rules that differ significantly from our everyday experiences. As we delve deeper into these quantum observations, we are prompted to pose critical questions about the nature of reality. If observation can alter the behavior of particles, what does that imply about the fabric of our universe? Are we merely participants in a reality that is contingent upon our awareness? Or is there an underlying structure that exists independently of observation? Furthermore, if retrocausality is a genuine aspect of quantum mechanics, how does that reshape our understanding of time and existence? These inquiries not only challenge our perceptions of reality, but also invite us to consider the possibility that we may be living in a carefully constructed simulation where the rules of engagement are dictated by the very principles of quantum mechanics. Exploring the philosophical implications of who or what might create a simulation invites us to draw intriguing parallels between simulation creators and the concept of God. In many ways, the idea of a higher intelligence or advanced civilization designing a simulated reality mirrors traditional theological notions of a creator deity. Just as God is often viewed as an omnipotent being who shapes the universe and imbues it with purpose, a simulation creator could be seen as an architect of a digital cosmos, crafting the rules and parameters that govern existence. This comparison raises profound questions about the nature of divinity and the role of a creator in a simulated environment. As we contemplate the implications of living in a simulation, we are led to question the nature of existence and purpose within such a framework. If our reality is indeed a simulation, what does that mean for our understanding of free will? Are our choices predetermined by the creators, or do we possess genuine agency within the confines of the simulation? Furthermore, if the simulation is designed for a specific purpose, be it experimentation, entertainment, or observation, what does that imply about our significance as conscious beings? These inquiries challenge us to reconsider the meaning of life and our place in the universe, prompting us to reflect on whether our experiences hold intrinsic value or are merely part of a grand design. In light of these philosophical explorations, we encourage viewers to reflect on their beliefs regarding faith and science. How do these concepts intersect in your understanding of reality? Can the idea of a simulated universe coexist with traditional religious beliefs? Or do they fundamentally conflict? As we navigate the complexities of existence, the interplay between faith and scientific inquiry becomes increasingly relevant. By engaging with these questions, we can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe, fostering a dialogue that bridges the gap between spirituality and the pursuit of knowledge. Ultimately, the exploration of simulation theory invites us to ponder the very essence of reality and the forces that shape our existence. In this video, we have explored the captivating concept of simulation theory, delving into its various facets and implications for our understanding of reality. We began by discussing the foundational ideas behind simulation theory, highlighting Nick Bostrom's influential trilemma that suggests we might be living in a simulation created by an advanced civilization. We examined the historical context of this theory, drawing connections to ancient philosophical inquiries about the nature of existence. We also considered the viewpoints of notable individuals like Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson, who offered differing perspectives on the likelihood of living in a simulated reality. The discussion then shifted to the scientific realm, where we explored the implications of quantum mechanics, particularly the double-slit experiment, and how it supports the idea of a reality influenced by observation. Additionally, we examined the mathematical patterns found in nature, such as the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio, which suggest an underlying order that could point to a programmed universe. As we wrapped up our exploration, we reflected on the philosophical implications of who or what might create a simulation, drawing parallels between simulation creators and the concept of God. We posed thought-provoking questions about existence, purpose, and the intersection of faith and science, encouraging viewers to engage with these complex ideas. We invite you to continue this journey of exploration by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and sharing it with others who might be interested in these profound topics. Your engagement helps us foster a community of curious minds eager to delve deeper into the mysteries of reality and the universe. As you reflect on the ideas presented, we encourage you to consider your own beliefs about reality. Are we living in a simulation, or is our existence rooted in a more traditional understanding of the universe? Your thoughts and insights are invaluable, and we look forward to hearing your perspectives in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this thought-provoking journey.